This tiny drone, the DJI Mini 5 Pro, might be the most important business lesson I've ever learned in the last 5 years. And if you don't care about drones, or if you're a content creator, a business owner, or even someone chasing the latest tax strategies, you need to hear this lesson right now. And it would probably help to see the size of the drone, so let me open up this box. Okay. Look how tiny this is, and I'm gonna get to why this is so important here in a second. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Christian Edoria. I'm a licensed IRS enrolled agent. I do taxes for a living, but I'm also a licensed drone pilot. I own a lot of drones. I own this one, this one, this one, this one, and even this one. And yes, all of these drones, these are all write-offs for my business. I take drones very seriously. In fact, they are a huge part of how I tell stories through content. It was to the point where I was so obsessed with drones that I need to bring my gear everywhere, where it would take over my creative process and executing on what works best for my business, which is tax content. I obviously did get some amazing shots, and I'll be showing you these shots throughout this video, don't get me wrong, but somewhere along the way, something shifted. My mindset changed, and it was a shift that I wish more business owners would make too. We all get caught up in more is better, bigger specs, more features, more tools. And I see this every single day in business, not only in technology, like you're always upgrading your phone, but in terms of business and tax strategy. Christian, I wanna hire my kids. Christian, let's sign up a dynasty trust. Why haven't I done an S-Corp? Why can't I open up 5 LLCs? Why didn't we talk about a charitable remainder trust? And a lot of what I just said might sound nonsense to you. And if it sounds nonsense to you, it's probably nonsense to them. And every time I ask, why? Why do you need any of these things? And the real answer is you're probably not gonna ever use it. You probably don't even need it. And if we were to implement those things, you have now overcomplicated your life, wasted a lot of money, and lost focus on what really matters, building momentum. I used to roll super deep in drones. I made things so complicated. I had like multiple controllers, extra goggles. I had these other drones where I would connect these really small cameras on it to allow me to fly with less weight restrictions. A lot of these bigger drones, like this is a huge drone, and then there's this other one, this is the Air 3S, right? A lot of these big drones, they had restrictions, and that meant that I couldn't fly internationally, or I would have to take a license test to fly internationally. So I'm literally getting grounded by local laws. Like for example, I'm traveling to Mexico here this week, and in Mexico, foreigners can't fly drones greater than 250 grams, right? So there's no way, it's illegal for me to fly any of these drones in Mexico. I went from buying the biggest, most expensive, most feature-packed drones like this to, well, something like these, right? These are a lot smaller. Yeah. See, previously I was flying the Air 3S, and this thing is huge, but I couldn't fly it internationally. Luckily, I went to Iceland, I was able to pass the test so I can fly it in Iceland, but for other places, it wouldn't allow me to. Just look at the sheer comparison between the two. This is what I'm talking about. This drone is so much smaller than this one. The reason why I bought it is because it's under 250 grams. This means I can fly it anywhere in the US, and I can basically fly it almost anywhere in the globe. It's basically frictionless. It's nimble, flexible, and I'm going to use it a lot. And it's so small. I can fit in my pocket. I can fit my camera and this drone, and I can expand my content creation process much faster than ever before. In that same way, just because you can buy a house and that saves you money in taxes doesn't mean you should. Just because you can buy a G-Wagon and that's tax deductible for your business doesn't mean it makes sense for you. The best tools in business, just like in content, are the ones that keep you moving. Needless spending or getting fancy tax strategies just to brag about it doesn't move the needle. In that same way, me buying this big drone doesn't really move the needle if I can't use it. There have been many times where I wish I can bring these drones places, but I don't have the space or the restrictions and laws in me doing so. Simon Sinek said it best. A parked train can't bust through a brick wall in front of it if it does not have enough momentum. But with enough momentum, it can plow through almost anything. And that's what I think about tax strategies, gear, even goals. Complexity without motion is worthless, but with speed and focus, you become unstoppable. This drone isn't just a tool for content creation, it's not just a aerial camera. It's a reminder to keep things simple, so that way you can stay in motion. Same thing for your business. This is my personal advice for the week. This might be the most random video you see from me, but I thought it was important to share some of my own decision making within my own business. I'll see you guys in the skies, and I'll have more cinematic tax strategies for you guys real soon. Peace.